came as a customer and we're going to be getting on some rides and seeing what all these rides are like. So we're here as the full family. So the little one is now on the Caterpillar coaster, which is what we helped build up. So I'll get a few shots of that. So we're going to head over to John Murphy's Frogs now. John Murphy is of course one of the organisers of this fair. We had a lovely conversation with him on the build up, and hopefully we might be able to get a bit more of a conversation with him at some point. And we have also been invited to come down Hull down as well on the 25th to help pack up the Caterpillar, so we'll be back over there as well. Let's get on to Bounce Station by John Murphy. Running just as smooth as ever, looking absolutely brilliant after its winter maintenance. Next up we're going to go on to Cooper's Base Activator Waltzer. previously owned by Sterling, sold off to Coopers. Coopers also have their own little Funfair kind of pleasure land kind of thing, a bit like Ocean Beach in South Shields. Theirs is called Funland and it's in Seaton, Carew. So I will drop a link into their Facebook page into the description below, and also on our other socials. That's the other company that's organised this fair alongside John Murphy from Murphy's Funfairs. So we're going to have another little wander around, see what else there is, see what else we can get on. have a go on Arthur Newson's ghost train. It's a fun little ghost train. It's not the biggest ghost train, it's all one level, but it's quite fun. Especially at the end with the little bubble machine at the end, as you can probably tell, I'm covered in bubbles. So we're going to go for a ride on a new Matterhorn for us, Turbojet.
Everybody put our hands up high. Sing it, take you there. Let's go. You're right, let's go. I'm not wearing you outside. I'm not letting one outside. Right, let's go, boy.
Turbojet. Hey! What did you think, Jeff?
That was awesome. That was absolutely awesome.
That has got to be a very close second to Ice Jet. The speeds that you get on that thing is intense. The swinging on the cars is intense. And for £3 a ride, that is not a bad price at all. So we've had a fun time down here at Hartlepool Marina Valentines Fair. Had some lovely conversations with two of the organisers, John Murphy and also Coopers as well. I'll put a link to all their socials, their sites, etc. into the description below. So this Valentine's Fair is on until the 25th. I'll put a picture on your screen now of the times and the poster that's advertising it. It is £1 entry fee. You do get £5 worth of free vouchers as well on entry. We will try and get back down again and get a bit more footage of some of the rides that we didn't manage to get on today, because today was only 5 till 8 opening and tomorrow is 5 till 8 as well. The rest of the time it is 1 till 8 until the 25th. The 25th is 1 till 6. So that's our first visit to the Hartlepool Marina Valentine's Fair done with. It's been a fun little fair today. Plenty of rides here. So if you're in the area and you're looking for a fun fair to come to with the family or even just some friends, hop on down to Hartlepool Marina. Behind Mecca Bingo, it's Murphy's and Cooper's Valentine Fun Fair. £1 entry, which for £1 that's now really, it's really good value. Most rides are between
£2.50 for juveniles to £3, and some of your bigger rides are more around the £3 to £4 mark, which is typical Funfair prices. Not overly too expensive, and some of the cycles you get on some of them rides, such as Turbojet, absolutely unbelievable. Really good they are. So for now, goodbye. So we're here for day 2 of the Hartlepool Valentines Fair. We're going to try and get on some of the more bigger rides. We've come as just the 2 of us and one of our friends today, rather than as a family with the little one. So we can get on some of the more bigger rides than what we did yesterday.
Okay, let's go on song. Here we go. You ready? You ready? Maximum power. Here we go.
Off a fantastic cycle on John Murphy's Frogs Bounce Nation. John Murphy himself was running that ride this time round, and he put it on a very good cycle, very extreme cycle. Certainly seemed longer than yesterday's. So next up, we're going on a ride on Wilkinson's Hard Rock Miami. We've been on this a couple of times before. Let's see what cycle it's running on today. It was just as smooth as it has been before. We know passport, but it's absolutely amazing. One of the best Miamis around. So next up, we're going to go for a ride on Project X. First time that I've been on this one myself. Lizzie was on it yesterday. What did you think?
Weird feeling. It's a good ride, but it's a weird feeling when you get off.
You're on it as well, Jeff. What do you think?
It was a weird feeling. I've never had this. Awesome, awesome ride.
So let's get on and let's see what it's like.
Put hands up, hands up. Put hands, yeah. Cody, we're gonna take you there. Keep the fires burning. Here we go. Somebody scream. Ready, let's get moving. Hey, yes, come on, let's roll, everybody. Here we go. Hands up, hands up in the air. So make some noise out there. Johnny, we're gonna say, do that.
Came off a very intense, and I mean intense, ride on Project X. Seemed to have a few issues to begin with the sound system not really working, which they seemed to have the same problem yesterday as well. But as for the actual ride itself, there was no issues with the ride itself, just the sound system. But other than that, very intense ride, very intense, very unique ride, with it only being only one in the UK, I believe. Actually, it might be the only one in the world. When it was built as a prototype in collaboration with the original owner. It has been sold off to someone else now. I'll try and get them names and put them on the screen now. But it was a prototype ride built by PWS and the original owner. And for a prototype ride, it still seems to be running pretty good, to be honest. The ride experience is something else. It starts off a little bit like an extreme, and then it kind of like goes into a bit of like a tri-star, I would say, type ride. So yeah, it's a very unique ride experience. I would say if you do get the opportunity to go on Project X at some point this year, I would certainly give it at least one go, at least. Because it's a ride experience that you will more than likely not get again on another ride, unless someone else made one very, very similar. On speedbuzz. This ride is another unique ride. Never seen anything like it before. Heard a few things about it. So let's get on and see what it's like. speedbuzz that you can see in the background there. It's a very unique ride. I was talking to one of the guys working on there as we were coming off, and it's always in Scotland, that ride, and it's one of a kind type of ride, a bit like projectx. Not many other rides around. There is a few, I believe, around, but I think that's the only one in the UK, I believe. But they're all the way from Scotland. It took them about 7 hours to get down here. Then obviously however long it takes to set up.
Let's go! Okay.
So next up we're going to go for a ride on the Twister. I'm not too sure who actually owns this one. I will try and find out, and as always, if I do, I will put the information on your screen. So it just came off the Sizzler. Fun little ride, that one. Always fun. Twisters, Sizzlers, they're always fun at the fair, them ones. So
Lifetime favourites.
So that wraps up our visit here for the second day. Might be back down again at some point, not too sure yet, depends on how our calendars go. So thank you for watching. If you've liked this vlog and you've liked our content, consider subscribing, hitting the like button and share. Thank you.